Hi, David. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm here in Bangkok with Rohan from Trienpont International. Frugl partnered up with Trienpont International approximately nine and a half months ago. It's been an interesting journey. We're really looking forward to updating the market with what has transpired since then, and taking the chance to introduce Trienpont as well. Me from Frugl, we make regular visits to Bangkok whilst we are building out this product and collaborating together down here and back in Perth as well. So it's very opportunistic timing that we're able to update the market at this time whilst I'm on this business visit here. So thank you again for having us this morning, David. If I could have the next slide, please. So just a quick recap to to share a little bit about Frugl and the company and the team behind it. We're led by our chairman, Mr. Yip. Mr. Yip is a career banker. He was formerly the managing director of Nomura Investment Bank, the Japanese investment bank in Malaysia. He's also formerly the deputy group managing director of Hwang Affin, DBS Bank in Malaysia. And there I am on the right-hand side. We also have Ms. Kultirath, who is the current CEO and president of the Thai E-Commerce Association, and Alistair McCall, who is our chief data officer, responsible for putting together a very, very dynamic, comprehensive data scraping package. Now, Frugl has been listed and in the market for some time now, and we provide a user experience. We provide a consumer-facing app, and we also provide data intelligence solutions to retailers through in-focus analytics. So this comprises of the principal activities of Frugl as a company. It has been an interesting journey, but I reckon that it will get a lot more interesting. The next 12 to 24 months, we'll see a lot of growth. If I could have the next slide. So this is what we've managed to do in 2023. A few key milestones. Frugl and in-focus analytics has been predominantly an Australian effort. Yeah. We serve Australian retailers and we serve Australian consumers. But the reality is that our model, our product, our scraping engines, all of this is applicable globally. It requires some very minimal local adaptation, but it is almost applicable globally. In 2023, we managed to sign on our first international client, 1004 Gourmet. They're based in the Middle East, and it has been an interesting journey. We are building out a new marketplace and data intelligence solution for them to serve the Middle East market. And we are actually taking on more responsibilities with them in the coming months as well. Frugl as a company, we attempted to build all of our technology in-house in the past. Now, in 2023, we pivoted the company substantially. We adopted a model wherein we partnered up with Trienpont, thereby providing us with a very lean model. We were able to then unlock their services. They have a team of about 50 odd full-time developers. And this allowed us to accelerate the progress very, very substantially. We'll go into a little bit more detail as we progress. In technology, sometimes being able to build a product quick and remaining relevant is very, very important. So as a result, this happened in 2023. The partnership has worked out very well, which takes us to where we are now, this acquisition. We've also expanded our data offerings in Australia to include pricing data on a very, very big market space, which is the liquor market. We've got new customers in the liquor retailing industry, and beyond that, we completed a successful. In fact, to date, we completed 3 successful placements, but the largest one in 2023, comprising of $1.53 million, with no discount at all to the market trading price at that time. If I could have the next slide. Thank you. So what we plan to do as a company is this. Frugl, the core of what Frugl does is actually data. Frugl is able to collect a huge amount of data in the background and provide this data to our users in 2 forms. We provide the data to users such as yourself, anyone who's watching this webinar, in the form of a grocery app. This app tells you how best to procure your daily necessities, your requirements in the cheapest possible way. Cost of living is definitely something that every Australian or almost every citizen around the world struggles with. Cost of living has not gone down ever in history. It will continue to go up, and retailers will continue to use more and more technologies to also find more efficient ways to price their products and improve their profit margins. This is a harsh reality. Frugl as an app hopes to help consumers save money, help consumers buy their groceries at opportune moments when they can save money. And beyond that, we hope to build a very, very proactive user experience rather than a reactive user experience. We want to build a user experience that prompts our users that there are potential savings in hand, that effectively, if bought today, they can save X amount of dollars, rather than a reactive solution where the app only provides an answer when it is prompted and when it is asked. If we can build a software solution that understands the user's purchasing habits, the user's brand preferences, and provide this in a very, very agnostic way and guide users on how to save money and reduce the cost of living, this is very important. At the same time, this data that we collect is also very valuable to the retailers. The retailers want to know the struggles that, Joe Average is going through, and how to better price their products and the variety of their products and the different brands that they carry of the same product to be able to serve their consumers better. So we sell this data to the retailers through in-focus analytics as well. Now, for 2024, we're going to grow our business in these two key aspects in as many markets as we can. The first market is the Middle East, as we've already got a foot in that market. We expect that in the coming 2 quarters or so, we should be announcing our, I wouldn't say announcing, we would be attempting to enter further markets in the Southeast Asian market space. Yeah. So this is the core of what we're trying to do. Now, of course, the third pillar is that data protection is very, very important. So we will be spending a good part of this year figuring out how to protect that data, how to protect the information that we collect, which is where Trienpont comes in. And if I could have the next slide, please. So Trienpont International Acquisition. 2023, we partnered up with Trienpont with the intention to reduce the amount of money we were spending on building this ecosystem that we believe will produce a very, very, very dynamic consumer user experience and also a very, very dynamic product value proposition for the retailers. We figured that the best way to do so was to partner up with a capable development firm, a firm that could deploy resources for us and accomplish the desired outcomes in a shorter period of time. So we partnered up on a sort of a utilization basis. We utilized their resources, I think as early as March last year. Yeah, March, April last year. The partnership has worked very, very well. We've been able to take the product further. Consequentially, as a result, you can see that we've now expanded our product offerings into the Middle East, and we'll soon expand our product offerings into Southeast Asia. We also now have expanded our data acquisition capabilities into the liquor market as well in Australia. And all of this was completed in the last 12 months or so, 9 to 12 months or so. So this partnership has proved to be very fruitful. Now we need to be able to further utilize more of their resources, unfortunately. And consequentially, we made the decision as a company that this acquisition was strategic. So now we are in the process of acquiring Trienpont International for 8 million Australian dollars. And the company will have a shareholders meeting on the 19th of February. We invite all existing shareholders to participate. But perhaps I could let Rohan from Trienpont International share a little bit more about the company as well.
Let's give a very brief introduction. So it was founded by Vincent Trienpont back in 2020 in Bangkok. In 2022, we entered a very fast growth phase. Me being an Australian, we started looking at the Australian market because we're already servicing the Western Europe market. We've also got quite a clientele list in Southeast Asia. So we serve a lot of big retailers. So we've got Tesco, Lotus, also the Carrefour in Europe. We've served like Hertz. We're now working with the 1004 Gourmet with the Frugl team. So we've got extensive, not just retail experience, but a lot of data, machine learning, and artificial intelligence experience. So my other partners, like Justin and Vincent, have been in this industry for more than 20 years each. They were building big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence sort of products years ago before AI became a big buzzword. So we're looking forward to kind of utilizing our expertise to help businesses in Australia and our other key target markets to, I guess, take advantage of the new wave of AI.
Thank you very much, Rohan. If we could have the next slide, David, thank you very much. So what we aim to do, I've shared a little bit of that prior to this. Now, Frugl as a company has to evolve from its data offerings. With the technology that's available in the market at the moment, we believe that Frugl can offer an intelligent data solution to retailers and also to users. Frugl user experience in the coming months, in the coming year, we hope to develop a user experience wherein the app will engage with consumers on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a frequency that is allowed by the consumer, and make ongoing suggestions, live suggestions about where to get your groceries, where to buy your groceries, how to save money. And we're going to try to roll this product out phase by phase, depending on markets, starting with Southeast Asia, after the Middle East. And we are also going to offer these data services. But further to that, in order to offer these services, we've built a very, very vibrant and dynamic scraping engine in the background that collects a lot of data. Now, we're going to expand this data acquisition engine towards Southeast Asia, the Middle East, where it's already currently operational in trial phases. And we're going to offer this data as well to retailers in this area. This should happen in 2024 and into 2025 as well. Why Trienpont? Trienpont has helped us to compress our building and development periods. Developing software in the past, it was proving to be a lengthy exercise, and we needed to ensure, and we want to ensure, that the technologies that we built remain relevant and remain consistent and remain in a good place to provide a good user experience when they come to market. So this partnership has allowed us to compress the timeline, which was very important in the tech space, basically. And it's also allowed us, of course, to expand into new markets where Trienpont was already operational. So one market we're currently exploring is Western Europe, where they already have ongoing software work with potential retailers. And we're discussing the possibility of expanding Frugal's service offering in that space as well. Yeah, if I could have the next slide, please, David. Thank you. So this is a quick high-level summary of what we've done in 2023. A lot of you will be familiar with some of it because we've done a webinar late last year on updating the market on a lot of these details. But beyond that, we've also had some strategic investment. We've had an investment from a very prominent investor, John Poynton. We received an investment in November 2023, if I'm not mistaken. And it's been an interesting journey ever since then. We welcome Mr. Poynton to our shareholder registry. And this 2024 year will be a very, very interesting year of growth. 19th of February will be our shareholder meeting to approve the acquisition of Trienpont. And from then on, we believe that we can unlock their services more effectively. We believe that we'll be able to further ramp up the speed at which we deploy our AI and machine learning model into our current Frugl product. The truth is, the product has to evolve. Data in its own has been around. The provision of data, the acquisition of data, and the monetization of data has been around for a very, very long time. What we want to do is effectively ensure that this data remains relevant by providing intelligent analysis of this data and providing concise opinions to retailers and users. If I could have the next slide, which takes us to the end of this webinar, we open it for any questions. But in closing, I think 2024 will be fairly interesting for us as a company. This acquisition and this partnership with Trienpont will see us develop our products at a very, very rapid pace, which is what we've been hoping to do for a very, very long time. So we are definitely very excited. We are excited to be able to create value for shareholders and for our users and customers alike. And the ability to expand into various markets globally, I believe that should be the springboard that takes us where we are. And maybe we have something in closing.
Yeah, I think it's this acquisition or potential acquisition, and it opens up a lot of opportunities for Frugl and also the Trienpont team, because between the two different groups, there's a lot of capacity and capabilities and a lot of market access. So we're in a very strategic location. So we have active projects already around Southeast Asia, Western Europe, and Australia. So Australia was a target market for us back in 2022. That's how this whole Frugl relationship came about. I think we're just looking to further enhance what we can do, what we can provide to the existing client base and also new client base for both companies. Because Frugl, with the InFocus Analytics, they have a quite strong client base already. They have active contracts, and we're looking forward to see what we can do to improve the service offering for both parties.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Rohan.
Thanks,
over to you,
gentlemen.
David. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, gentlemen. Great presentation, and clearly the business continues to evolve and develop, as we've seen since the last time we had you on. You touched on it briefly in your presentation. In terms of the capabilities of Frugl, you've talked through retail and grocery industry and how that's fitted in very nicely and picked up a number of client relationships there. Are they applicable to other industries? Where do you see growth outside of retail and grocery sectors for Frugl and its product offerings?
Thank you, David. That's a very interesting question. Now, data, the acquisition of data and the ability to acquire data is a universal ability. We can acquire data for retailers. We can acquire data for mining businesses. We can acquire data for commercial services. We can acquire data for car dealerships. We can acquire all forms of data. And we can also deploy our AI and machine learning engines to process this data and provide opinions as well. Now, in the past, I mean, the acquisition of data has been something that has been prevalent for a long time. This perhaps came into mainstream, as early as the early 2000s when you had Friendster and you had MySpace, which eventually evolved into Facebook. You have Twitter, you have Instagram. A lot of this was actually built on data businesses. And the concept of collecting data and monetizing data has been around for a while. But it's getting rather interesting in the last year, 2 years, and into this year, because now data has become intelligent. In the past, you require humans to compute the data and provide opinions. You'd have David, hey, David, can you analyze this data? Tell me what you think, or process this data. Now, with new AI and machine learning engines, this data can now provide intelligent solutions. You don't necessarily need to deploy large rooms of humans to process this data. AI can consistently, ongoing, in a live manner, process data nonstop and provide very intelligent opinions, suggestions. And as a result, consequentially, our technology is applicable effectively, universally, for all industries, which is something we look to do as we progress. We look to deploy our core technologies into other industries as well. The model will, the data acquisition engine will have to be refined, customized, and tuned to acquire this data. Requires minimal effort. We believe this acquisition will help with that process because we have this development ability in-house now.
Just for some further background. So our leadership team, they've been in the industry a long time, like I mentioned before, but they've worked very, very specific data, machine learning, and AI projects for massive companies in Europe before, and also in APAC region. So we have the capacity in-house, combined with the existing InFocus Analytics team, who have done a great job. There's a lot of automation they've already put in place already. And we've been working together to optimize all the processes over the last 9 months, like Kenny pointed out.
In terms of the acquisition,
yes.
What does the timeline look like from a shareholder point of view? What are the key dates they've got to be shareholders, I should say, should be focusing on?
At this moment, the 19th of February will be the shareholders meeting. The notice of meeting has gone out. And the 19th of February, we'll be holding this meeting in our office. We hope to have as many shareholders as possible participate in this process. And beyond that, once we receive the necessary approvals, the acquisition will be complete.
Looking forward.
Thank you.
You've evolved the business considerably in recent years. You're adding capability. You're bringing strong capability in-house, both from an executive and clearly a technical point of view. Looking forward, and this is not a projection, so please don't anyone feel this is a projection. This is just a crystal ball gazing exercise. What do you think the business hopes to look like in 1 to 2 years from now?
You know, the usual disclaimer applies. These are our hopes and dreams. We hope to be able to take the company further. All right. Of course, we'd like to share our hopes and dreams with our prospective shareholders and our current shareholders, our valued shareholders as well. We hope that in a year, in 2 years, we have expanded our product offering to various regions. We hope that we are operating in other markets such as Southeast Asia. As you know, Australia is a very concentrated market. People buy their groceries from Coles or Woolworths. Now, if we serve the DIY home improvement market, I think there's only Bunnings, right? I'm not sure if there's a viable alternative. I mean, there might be, yeah. But the reality is our value proposition is more obvious and prevalent in markets where there's heavy competition, right? Where no single company enjoys a very, very substantial market share. Consequentially, they fight very hard for the consumer's business. And as a result, provide consumers with a lot of savings, right? So we hope that we can expand our product offering into more markets. Yeah. We hope that in 12 months, 24 months, you will see Frugl operating its current model in many, many more markets. Southeast Asia, the Middle East, which we've already got a footprint in at the moment, and we're working very hard to grow what we do in the Middle East as well. We hope to do it in as many markets as possible. And beyond that, we hope to transform the current experience into an intelligent solution with AI and machine learning.
On that note, thanks, gents, for a great presentation. Clearly, as I said, the business has evolved rapidly in recent times, continues to evolve, and with the proposed acquisition, adds significant firepower to the technical and executive team of the company. Thank you both for your presentation. Look forward to following the company with interest.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Appreciate it. Thank you.